Welcome to Cultivated Exchange, Real Conversation, where we talk about life topics such as relationships, mindsets, and experiences that shape our lives today. I'm your host, CJ, and today we're here with
What's going on, everybody? My name is Wink.
this Wink, y'all. He said he too cool for school, but hey, that's my brother right here, man. So today's topic is the growth process. Failure, confidence, and becoming who you're meant to be. Before we get started though, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you know who you are?
Yeah.
This way. Once you reach who you are, do you think it's still like some areas you can grow in?
Yeah, I think every day is a learning opportunity to grow yourself. I think once a person reaches a certain point, you always can make yourself better.
So do you get that type of mindset to what's next? Grow.
Of course. I always look for a new opportunity every day.
Okay. So you go to the gym
Mhm.
and say you live 150, right? When would you feel like, okay, I want to do more than 150? You give it a week, 2 weeks, a month.
So if I'm consistently hitting the weight of 150 in one gym session, and me typically knowing me, I would give myself a week just to
Okay.
get comfortable with that weight. Then the next week, I would up the weight. I wouldn't up it, a crazy amount, but like another 20 pounds or something. I want to just try to overexert myself.
Okay. So you think you do more than me?
Of course.
You ain't sorry, my muscle. You ain't sorry. But hey, I'm gonna catch up with you this way.
And now, with the addition of count 'em, two marshmallows.
I'm gonna get up
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
I gotta start drinking my water first though. Eating right. But so I think as growth process
Mhm.
as the gym, right? Like you said, you probably give yourself a week, 2 weeks, and then you going up, you want more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More weights, stuff like that. And so that's why I look as growth. You want eventually you want to keep adding on to
Mhm.
certain things.
That's true.
So why most people quit before success?
Mm. I think most people would quit before achieving success is because they get too comfortable of where they are in life, and two, they are afraid to fail. My standpoint on that is if you don't try, how will you know where to better yourself in those certain points?
Okay, like the gym again. Say I'm starting off in the gym and I'm like, okay, I'm finna go to the gym. I'm finna try to bench press 150
Yeah.
first day. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's hard. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like when it comes to success, it's steps you got to take, many steps.
Oh yeah.
You can't jump out there and be like, okay, I'm finna be successful. I'm finna go out, start a business, and I'm finna get $1 million
Yeah.
first. And so that's why I think as far as success, and some people, like you said, they are afraid to fail or they're afraid to take their risk. Because at the end of the day, think about it. If you have a bank account, just adding a penny each day, eventually you gonna reach your goal. Now it ain't as fast as you want it, of course, but you'll eventually get to that goal once you get started.
Hmm.
So I got a statement I want to make. It says the truth is most people don't fail because their dreams wasn't possible. They fail because they quit doing the boring part. So,
Yes.
and I feel it. I feel it because I mean, for instance, you starting a business, though, right? Most people they don't want to deal with. Okay, you gotta go through a bank. You gotta do business stuff as far as okay, I gotta get LLC. I gotta do this. I gotta talk to people.
Mhm.
Some people don't like people. They don't want to talk to nobody. They just want to go out and make their money. But I mean, some people consider that the boring part. Why do I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? But like you said, it is like a stepping stone. You gotta take those many steps and then come down to it. And another thing is, um, another statement. I want you to think about this statement. Success isn't rare because it's impossible. Success is rare because most people give up right before things start working.
Yes.
So, success, do you think it's easy to be successful?
No, it takes you many times to try to figure out your way through things. I think if you do it one time and you're successful, that's like a one out of a million shot, but it's not impossible. because some people do. It only takes them one time and they're successful, but others it takes them multiple times to get to the point where they want to be successful.
So what? Think about it. What would you say is the first step in being successful?
Trying,
Trying.
at least taking that initial step to be successful. So, like me, for instance, I had my first bodybuilding competition last year. I placed fourth place. So that's literally like top five in both categories.
Mm,
The main thing the coach told me for my next show is he gave me my critique. So of course, better body development and better, conditioning. So just getting the feedback from the judges, I will be applying it going forward. So I didn't take, so of course, it made me feel down that I placed fourth
mm,
in my first bodybuilding competition. But like I said, it's my first one.
mm.
First time being on stage, first time being in front of the judges, and first time being in front of a crowd. So of course, the bar was set high, but at the same time, it was a learning experience for me.
Okay.
So what I learned from the judges and my coach, I will be applying it going forward, and hopefully going forward, I will place higher than fourth place. That's
Okay.
my goal. If I don't place first place, let me place third place.
Yeah.
And if I don't, keep going up second place, then I work my way up to first place. But every time is a learning opportunity.
It's growth. You're right.
Yeah.
So second step, I would say, how you said, trying. I agree. Trying. First step, you just got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Second step is you can't be afraid to fail though. Like you just said, you play fourth, you learn, you learn it. You gotta take that as okay. I learned this, so I know next time I do it, I can do it better.
Yep, that's true.
And so that's the next. It brings to my next topic: how failure builds you.
Mhm.
So it builds you in all types of ways. People learn from it. People they scared of it. They scared to fail because I guess, for instance, you get a business. You get scared, of course, you lose money. You know what I'm saying? So when you start a business, it's like, okay, how much I'm gonna lose? But then you look on the bright side, how much I'm gonna gain?
Yep,
Because some people fail before they become rich. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
And so I think failure is another step when it comes down to, okay, in order to succeed, I gotta be okay with failing. It don't matter if it's in the middle, 3 months from now. I start first month, I'm doing good. 3 months, I fail. Go back again, I can go again for a year. Then it's gonna be another downfall. But as long as I try, like you said, take that first step,
Mhm.
take the initiative of actually trying to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So another statement I got for you, it says failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the training program for it. The people you admire don't avoid failure, they surround themselves. So for me, I look at other people, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? As far as, okay, what types of stuff did they have to do to get there? Because there's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, we admire. Some people that's famous, you know what I'm saying, that behind the scenes, they put in a lot of work. They
Oh
didn't
yeah,
fail.
yeah,
They didn't try this. They put in a lot of work. They just ain't record that part. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
That's true.
And so when I look at failure, when I do anything, I think now, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was growing up, we get age, probably like 16, right?
Mhm.
16, you reach age, you know what I'm saying? You ready to drive, you going to get your driver license. You like, all right, I'm finna go get my driver license, but you nervous, right?
Yeah.
You scared, you like, okay, I might mess up, but you still do it. And I think some people they don't look at that like, okay, yeah, I took my driver license, but like, cause you could have failed, you could have easily failed. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you gonna want to go back. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
because you want your license.
yeah. It's true.
And so you look at that in life, in business. Okay, yeah, you losing money. We get that, but you gotta have an end goal. Cause I think a lot of people once they get to a certain point, cause I think it matters who you surround yourself around too. If people feed in negative energy around you all the time, like for instance, if I would have failed my driving test and people like, yeah, you just can't drive, like, yeah, you don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like dang, why would I do it again then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which me, I know somebody say I can't do it. I'm gonna do it, but I know some people, you know what I'm saying, they think that way, especially if it coming from somebody that they admire, like a family member or something like that. And then my next statement, most people think failure is a sign to stop. But what if failure is actually proof you're finally doing something by doing something big enough that does matter? And so you are, like I said, starting a business and get to year one. Year one, you fail. They're like, oh well, I tried, I failed, on to something new, right?
Mhm.
But it's only the beginning. I know sometimes people like, if I started in the gym and I went good 3 months, right? Good 3 months, but I'm not seeing no progress because for the gym, it's gonna take a little minute for you to see some good progress
Yeah,
anyway.
it is.
You know what I'm saying? And so I look at it as okay, 3 months. If I don't see no progress, I'm done. But that take time too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You gotta
it's a progression in the gym.
exactly, and that's why I look at it towards like a gym. I mean business. Like I said, driving a car. Everything you do, you have the potential to fail.
Yes.
Everything you do, but you always gotta have that positive mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like for college, you want a degree, right? Man, you can fail this class and you can be like, I'm gonna drop out. You know what I'm saying? Cause like this ain't me. Or you can be like, I mean it's tough, but I know for a fact I can do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know for a fact I can do it. But it's just like that one moment that mess it up for you.
Yeah.
That one moment. So I feel like some people they just gotta not be afraid for that failure.
No, I think the thing is now is most people get quote unquote embarrassed when they fail, but you shouldn't get embarrassed.
Do you get embarrassed?
Have I got embarrassed? I wouldn't say get embarrassed, but I have beat myself up for
Bro.
failing. Yeah.
See that's what I do too. Like
I'll take it like internally, and I'll beat myself up like I should have did this better. I should have did this better. But at the same time, it's like I'm learning at the same time what I could do better going forward.
so you be crying like a little crybaby, don't
Nah, I ain't I'm crying.
you? It's alright.
I'm crying.
It's alright. But I do the same thing. Like I dwell on it for a good little minute. Like for me, once I talk to somebody,
Yeah,
they'll like let me know like, yeah, you tripping, like you good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Once I get that talk to, like, I'm back at it. So, cause I can be the same way sometimes, beat myself up. Like dang, like why did I even try to do that, knowing
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the outcome, like for real. So like, what was like when it came to like working out, bodybuilding? Did you like, was that something like, okay, I always wanted to do, or is something you picked up along the way?
That's something I picked up along the way. So I originally started working out in college, and once I got, once I graduated and I moved back to Memphis, I actually wanted to take it seriously because I started, watching bodybuilders on YouTube. Those people that I look up to in the bodybuilding world. So I was seeing what they do, and I was just like, I want to try to I want to try to, and it became a lifestyle for me. Like bodybuilding is my lifestyle. So like I had my first competition last year. I'm taking this whole year off, so I'll be back on stage next year.
Okay,
So I'm just giving this year of 26 for me just to grow mentally, physically, and really just improve myself in the gym.
I'm gonna join you too.
And you've been saying it for the past year, right?
Give me a year, bro. I'll kid you not. Give me a year. Like I've been in the gym, so give me a year. I'm gonna join you, bodybuilder. I don't think I do a competition though.
You should, man.
Nah, cause folks staring at me. I'm like,
I said the same thing. I said the same thing you were saying. I didn't want to be in front of a crowd,
yeah.
but once you actually get on stage, you don't pay attention to the
So you
crowd.
just locked in with the
You
stuff.
locked in. You listen to the judge, what the judge tell you to do, and you really don't pay attention to the crowd. You zone the crowd out.
No, you do.
You just got to zone them out.
So after your first competition, you was like, okay, I want to do more.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Failure is the opportunity to begin again.
I like it. I like it. Like I said, next year I'm gonna try to join you. I'll probably get a little muscle though. But is it like, so when it comes to bodybuilding though?
Yeah.
Like I said, you said you just picked it along the way.
Hmm.
Was it like when you came to the idea, okay, I want to do bodybuilding? Was it like, okay, straight to it, or was it like a work in progress?
It was a work in progress starting out, because, like I said, it was my first time doing it, so I had to, work out and get myself conditioned to actually do a true bodybuilding prep because,
Okay.
a bodybuilding prep can take a toll on you mentally.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that it's the same meals, the same workout, the same cardio every single day. So it's like me personally, I got mentally drained of doing it every single day, but at the same time, I was proud of the results I brought. So it has its pros and cons with doing it.
And that's tied into success.
Yep.
You gotta do it over and over again,
Do it over and
no
over
matter
again.
how much it drain you,
Yep.
over and over again until it work out. You know what I'm saying? And that was some people like patience.
Yeah,
Patience is the key.
Yep.
You got patience. You got patience.
Oh yeah, and patience and willing to take advice from anybody that is successful in what they're doing. That would be my two big things.
You ain't got patience. Man.
I do have.
No, you don't. Not with me.
I really don't have.
Yeah, I know. I think another thing, discipline, right?
Yes, you
Take a lot of discipline.
Yes.
Because it be some days I'm pretty sure like I want to eat something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, plenty of days.
But you know what I'm saying? Especially I know with me, water. I'm like,
Yeah,
you got
McDonald's too.
drink a lot of water.
Cut that McDonald's out, bro.
I had some today actually. I ain't gonna lie to you. That sweet tea too, But I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna get right though. Let's wait. I promise you. So moving on to my next question: the difference between confidence and ego.
Mm.
So let's talk about confidence first. What is confidence to you?
I think confidence is, you're happy with yourself and who you are, and you get up every day with put a smile on your face, and you're confident of who you are. You're not trying to be anybody else. You're you. So you walk around being you, like you're confident in yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sports, that do sports. Basketball, I love basketball. That do basketball. And you know what I'm saying? Before the game start, you like, coach, I need the ball more. I need the ball more. Is that confidence or is that ego?
That's ego.
Why would you say it's ego though? Like, to me,
if you walk around saying, well, first of all, if I'm your coach and I'm not seeing you actively put in the work on practice time, you constantly asking for the ball. I think it's an ego thing, so you can show people that's out in the crowd like I'm a basketball player. Yeah.
So I got a quote right here. It says, "Confidence is quiet, ego is loud.
Yeah.
One builds respect, the other demands attention."
Yep.
And so, like I was saying, as far as basketball, you like, coach, hey, I need the ball more. I need the ball more.
That's demanding attention.
It's ego, like you said. Confidence, you already know. You ain't got to say nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you already know at the end of the day.
Ego is like you trying to tell people like, nah, I get it. It's kind of basically saying I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? But do you think sometimes people get confused or they think it's the same?
Yes.
So
I think a lot of people confuse ego with confidence. You don't have to walk around with your chest puffed out all the time like I'm this guy. Like, especially in today's time, I think ego is like the new thing now. Like you're trying to be better than the next person, but at the same time, it's like, why are you trying to be better than the next person instead of like helping them out?
yeah, so I see, you know what I'm saying? For instance, you got a lot of people that are in the same field as far as you say social media, right? Somebody posts a picture, they gotta post a picture. Somebody do a video or somebody up in Miami, they gotta go on a trip now to do more. And it's like eventually it's like, okay, like just be happy for them. You know what I'm saying? They done made it.
Yeah.
Some people dang like why they, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy, you doing this, you doing that. And one thing I see a lot, cause I bring it back to, you know what I'm saying, my students. I tell them all the time, it's like when you get in trouble, it's always for them, it's always, well, they was doing it too. Or she was doing it too.
Yep.
And the question I ask is, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I hear what you're saying about them. Are they in the wrong? Yes. Possible they in the wrong. But was you in the wrong too?
Yeah, that's a true question.
And so that's what a lot of people, and like I said, I brought it back to my students, but when we think about adults, you know what I'm saying? They be in the wrong, but guess what? Their ego. You're not gonna admit it though. Because that ego get in a way that okay, I'm not gonna show like they might be right, but I'm not gonna show them. And that's when that confidence comes into play where it's like, okay, I'm I'm gonna take responsibility. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna tell you, okay, if I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong. That's my bad.
Yep.
But that ego gets in the way with a lot of people, and that will mess up relationships too.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, because the woman don't want to apologize, the man don't want to apologize, just because. And it could be a pride thing too, but just because nobody wants to be wrong, right? And we can tie that in back to success when it comes to failure. Along the way, it's okay to be wrong. Because you're not going to be right all the time.
That's true.
You got to accept, okay, I might be missing something. But if I walk around here thinking I'm better than everybody, I walk around here thinking nobody can't tell me nothing, I'm really never going to learn nothing. Because I think I know it all. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, let's say like you were 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you had more confidence or more ego?
Ego.
Ego?
Yeah.
So what age you think that clicked in, okay, maybe I think I'm better too much, you know what I'm saying, about certain things. Like, let me dial back and actually pick into reality.
I would say I kicked in like around, I say my junior year of college, so like 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say then, because it's like, let me actually take a step back and like look at like what's actually going on.
So, freshman year, I remember freshman year, and I was like, okay, this dude walking to the classroom. I was like, this man walking around like he think he know it all, so he think he's smart. And I was like, but that's, you know what I'm saying, that was just what I thought. So that's what you thought. Freshman year, you thought,
Oh yeah, I thought I knew the shit.
I'm a new kid in town.
Yeah,
I'm a new kid in town.
yeah.
But like I said, events like I said, it kicked in. You experience. I think one thing, experiences.
Yes.
You see experiences and you're like, oh no, I don't know this. You feel a test. Oh yeah, I thought I knew this, but hey, that's life. That's how life is too.
Yep. You think you know something, but you really don't
Until you fail, you ain't.
until you feel it.
And a lot of people, like I said, when you're afraid to fail, you are preventing yourself to grow.
Yep. Grow and learn.
It's always a growth process, and failure is a part of that growth process.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, when it came to college, because I know you feel a lot of tests. I know.
Oh yeah.
You got me.
Right there with you, someone. But
Oh yeah.
we learn, you know what I'm saying? And we got by with it.
It's like when you said when you fail a test, you just take what you fail, go back and study for the next test.
Exactly.
That's all you gotta do.
Long as you study.
Apply yourself better. Mm-hmm.
Because some people, that's the thing though, like you said, let's go to the test, right? Some people take a test and then they go back and retake it again. And guess what?
You fail it again.
Fail again. They fail again because they ain't look at the test.
Yeah.
They ain't look to see what they messed up on. And so, I mean, that's another thing. When you fail something, you have to learn from that. You have to actually, what can I take from this? Not, oh yeah, I just messed up. Let me go do it again. Nah, you ain't
gonna learn nothing from that.
gonna learn nothing from that. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna learn nothing from just by doing that.
Exactly, because if I'm starting a business, I'm like, okay, I didn't like my first year. I didn't like 20K. Let me try it again. I might lose 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's big. It's very important. So like I said, when it comes to confidence and that ego, another saying I get is confidence says, I am willing to learn. ego says I already know,
Yes.
and that makes mindset right there. That lets you know where you gonna be at in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because when it comes to confidence, it's like, okay, I don't right now. You ask me like, where is my state of mind? I would say I'm trying to learn everything. I'm trying to grow, and so in order to grow, I want to learn everything. I'm willing to whatever. It don't matter what it is, because guess what? I don't know everything. I don't. That's why I be, you know what I'm saying? I be intrigued with people give me feedback on everything.
Yeah.
Because another thing, you can't be all mad because somebody give you feedback, especially if it's good feedback. Because then, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't like that though.
I think too is most people don't like hearing about themselves either.
Yep. 100%. Hey.
A lot of people don't like hearing about themselves.
So are you okay with taking like feedback like that?
Oh yeah, every day. Like even with working in corporate, like I've learned that feedback helps you get further in your career than you think.
Okay. Feedback to me is very important. I gotta take it in. Once I take it in, it helps me to grow. When it comes down to advice or whether it's negative or positive feedback, it helps me grow. So I look at it as being positive. You know what I'm saying? That's true. So my next question: when did you realize you were growing up? Because I know you're not grown. I know you still gotta do certain stuff, but like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't grown now. But you know what I'm saying?
I think I'm grown enough.
Cap.
I think I realized I was growing up my junior year of college.
Okay.
When I got my internship off, I knew things were starting to get real.
Okay.
So that's close to graduation.
So once you graduated, that's when?
Yeah, once I graduated, it was like the real world is here.
So I feel like when you growing up when you look at the biggest problem as not people, but the biggest problem is yourself. Like the real moment kicks in when you figure out nobody else is going to save you but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Once you figure out who you are as a person, then you are willing to accept it. So you know what your flaws are, your weaknesses. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? You know your strengths, so you know exactly what you need to work on when it comes to that as well. So before we end, can you get any advice? Yeah, to the people that's out there watching, I say, don't be afraid to fail, because take that as a learning opportunity. Because every day you might fail at something you might think it's so big and grand, but at the same time, you get that feedback like, hey, I think you should do this. This is just a platform for it. Don't take it as let me beat myself up. Take it as a learning opportunity. I appreciate, like I said, you being on the show. Like I said, make sure y'all tune in. My boy gonna be back on the show. Go be lit. We're gonna be live. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe. I'm gonna say it again. Comment, like, subscribe. Let them know. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to my boy's channel. He doing something major here. Like I said, we talking about this is Cultivate Exchange, real conversation. We talking about life topics. If you got anything, put it in the comments. We can talk about it, discuss it. Like I said, we're here. It's an open space. We just talking about life. So tune in next time. We'll holler at you.